Disclaimer. Although this video is purely for educational purposes, some of the information in this video might be false and graphic images might be wrong. It is your duty to verify any information you get from here. Title: A Brief History of South Africa. South Africa isn't just a country. It's a place where some of humanity's earliest ancestors walked, and where some of the world's most painful and inspiring political stories unfolded. Its history is layered with deep cultures, colonial conquest, racial division, and the fight for justice. Long before outsiders arrived, South Africa was home to the San and Khoikhoi peoples, the original inhabitants. Later, Bantu-speaking communities migrated south and formed strong kingdoms like the Zulu, Xhosa, Sotho, and Tswana, each with their own systems of leadership, language, and economy. In 1652, the Dutch established a refreshment station at Cape of Good Hope, which later became a full colony. They brought enslaved people from Indonesia, Madagascar, and East Africa, and over time, Dutch settlers, later called Boers or Afrikaners, spread inland. This expansion often led to violent conflict with African kingdoms. The British took over the Cape in the early 1800s. Tensions between the British and the Boers led to the Great Trek, where Boers moved further into the interior, clashing with groups like the Zulu under leaders like Shaka Zulu. Eventually, two Boer republics, the Transvaal and Orange Free State, were formed. Then came the discovery of gold and diamonds, turning South Africa into a battleground for wealth and control. The Anglo-Boer Wars, especially the brutal Second War from 1899 to 1902, ended with the British defeating the Boers and taking full control. In 1910, the Union of South Africa was created, but it was a country built on racial segregation from the start. This laid the foundation for apartheid, a formal system of racial separation introduced by the Afrikaner-led government in 1948. Under apartheid, black South Africans were stripped of rights, land, movement, and dignity. They couldn't vote, live in white areas, or move freely. Families were torn apart. Education and services were unequal by design, but resistance never stopped. Groups like the African National Congress, ANC, and leaders like Nelson Mandela, Steve Biko, Oliver Tambo, and Desmond Tutu fought back through protests, strikes, underground movements, and powerful international pressure. Mandela was jailed for 27 years, but he became the face of a worldwide anti-apartheid campaign. By the late 1980s, apartheid was crumbling. In 1990, Mandela was released. After intense negotiations, South Africa held its first democratic elections in 1994, and Nelson Mandela became president, marking a new beginning. Since then, South Africa has grown as a multiracial democracy, but the path hasn't been easy.
Poverty, inequality, corruption, and unemployment remain major issues, but it's also a country full of resilience, creativity, and strength, with a cultural heartbeat that pulses through its music, language, sport, and spirit. From ancient origins to colonial scars to modern rebuilding, South Africa's story is painful, beautiful, and still being written. That's about 2 to 5 minutes. Please subscribe and drop your suggestions or questions in the comment section. Thank you.